Hey y'all, welcome to the Filling Station. It's a new day, another opportunity to either make money in the market or to just learn from the market. But first, let me give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. If you could please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, because we learn and we grow together, right? So with that being said, let's get started. We are looking at Pltr, and Pltr has been on an interesting ride. Let's say that, right? So as of now, it looks as if we had a level marked. We had a level marked here at the 89.46 area. We broke down or dropped down under that only to find support around the $87 range here, and that's been our support. We've bounced from there. We did make a pre-market low of $86.97, but this is where our price was here at the $87 range. We bounced from there, broke through a resistance area, 89.46, broke through another resistance area, $90.68. We are at the 5 and 50 trying to cross on this 30-minute chart. It has not crossed yet. So we definitely need to watch that area. Now, what's interesting is this area of 92.69. Are we going to continue moving, knowing that we still have trouble at this 92.69? So if you're trading Pltr today, I would definitely watch that 92.69 and keep in mind that was a previous zone for us right here, right? So we need to watch that breaking through that 92.69. We could possibly have trouble at 93.73, breaking that level, 93.73. We could have trouble around the 96.49. Again, there is a big gap kind of like between the two, so we could very well get stopped out anywhere in between that. These are just ideal or possible areas of rejection, right? So if we should break this level here of 96.49, we could possibly have trouble again at $100.42. Something happened at that $100 level, so I would definitely watch Pltr if I'm trading it in that area above the $100.42. 101.20 is where our 200 EMA as of now. Breaking that level, 102.84 could be a resistance area for us now. Back to the downside, right? Because right now that ATR trailing stop is forming around that $87.37. Breaking that level, we could very well come back to the 84.48. And breaking that 84.48, that kind of like fills our gap. I'm going to go to the daily chart just to see where we are. Yes, so that kind of like covers our gap fill area. Just know that on this 50 EMA on this daily chart, 87.76 could be a support place for us. And as you can see, we could come down and bounce from here. So I would definitely watch that 87.76 for Pltr. Just know 84.48 is where we will fill that gap that was created here. So I would say trade carefully, right? So I say so often in the market, anything is possible. Pltr normally trades about $9.64 per day. That is the ATR as of now. The average true range, again, anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed. Let's look at Tesla today. And Tesla is Tesla. We closed at 330.53. Tesla, it seems to be having trouble in this area. This was a zone for us. Support around 329.33. Resistance was around this 331.52. Well, it looks like we broke through that just a little bit, 332.58. So we've been struggling at this 332 area right here for a while with Tesla, so we definitely need to watch that. Back to the upside, we need to break that 332.58, knowing that we could have trouble 333.73, 334.24 possible issues of rejection. Now if we break that 334.24 area, we could possibly come back to this 336.02, breaking that level, 336.68. And if we break that level, 338.44. If we break the 338.44, know that 340.17 and again at 340.79 is kind of close. Now there's a lot of resistance area for Tesla in this area around the 340.79 all the way to the 342.76. Keep in mind that 200 EMA is in between those two, so around a 342.03. Again, Tesla normally exceeds its ATR, so if you're trading Tesla today, those are areas to the upside. Now back to the downside under 329.42. We could very well find trouble or support around 328.35. Breaking at 328.35, we can come back to the 326.66. And if we should break that, 325.36. Now, if we break this 325 area for Tesla, we could very well come back to this 320. 30, which is interesting, right? 320.30, we can come back and, retest that area, breaking that level, 317.71. And if we break the 317.71, we can come all the way back to 311.28. Again, anything is possible. Nothing is guaranteed for Tesla. I'm going to go to the 4-hour chart because it seems like I was, or even on this 1 hour, seeing a bear flag. So anything is possible. It may look like it could do one thing, and then sometimes news come out and it bounces in the other direction. That's why it's so hard to predict the market. Just trade what you see. Again, now we're looking at the SPY. SPY closed at 597.21. As you can see, y'all, this has been our support area around that 595.65, 595 area. We knew that we could, it was a support area for us. There's a lot of layers of support that we have broken through. So where are the trouble places as of now? Back to the upside above 597.72. We have now 598.04, 598.29, and that ATR trailing stop around 598.30. So we definitely need to watch that 529, 530, 598.30 for the SPY because it's really close to the 50 EMA, the ATR trailing stop, and a previous. That's a lot of resistance area. So breaking this level means we've broke through a few layers of resistance, and we can very well continue to the upside. So beyond 598.58, we could possibly have trouble again. 598.97, 599.29, 599.63, and again at $600.14. I do have the 638 mark because we could very well come back to that place. Now back to the downside. Let's say under this level of 597.10, we have 596.71, 596.45, 595.97, and back at 595.16. Breaking the 595.16, 594.37 could be a support place for us. Again, I look at support and resistance on a much smaller scale because when I'm in the trade, I kind of need to know, or I like to know where I could possibly have trouble. So that's why I have so many different lines on my chart, because strong possibility. Look, we're going to come back to that area again. So trading is what works best for you, and coming up with the strategy that works best for you. I say that so often. So now we're looking at Nvidia. Nvidia closed at 130.28. ATR trailing stop is right here around the 131 area. So we need to watch Nvidia here. If this candle here is showing us, it could be a reversal candle. So we need to be careful. Where are the trouble places as of now? We have a few layers of resistance here. 131.90, 131.18. 131.39, which is the 50 EMA as of now, and then the 131.57, 131.78. So Nvidia needs to break through all of those layers, and have a strong move up in order for us to say, okay, we could possibly continue to the upside. So I would say above 131.82. If by chance we break that level, just know 132.29, again at 132.89, 133.47, let's say 133.97. And if we break that 134.48, could be a rejection area for us, or possible trouble place for us for Nvidia. Now back to the downside under 129.96. We can come back to this level. Well, something stopped us here. We can come back to this level 129.28. Just know under that there's a few layers of support. So from the 129.28 area all the way down to the 128.40, we could possibly get stopped out in between these areas here. So I would definitely watch it under 128.40. Breaking that level, we can come back to 127.49, 126.89, and again here at 126.45. So if you're trading Nvidia today, these are areas that I would watch to the upside and to the downside. Keep in mind that ATR trailing stop is forming around that 126.86 area, or 126.89 area. So if we should break that, again, my opinion, strong support, strong resistance. So trade carefully. Let's look at AMD just to see where we are today. AMD closed at 108.11. Gathering spot is here. Immediately, it's like my eye goes to this area here. Looks like we bounced off of this support around 106.94. We've broken through 107.28, that 107.65, and again here at 108.08. So moving back, we're having trouble. The ATR trailing stop is here, right? So it looked like it wants to give us a reversal candle here. Again, this is pre-market. Anything is possible. I will wait on this and make sure you have confirmation. But as of now, that is a trouble place. 108.26, breaking that level. 108.56, which is not far from the 108.60 that I have marked here. So if we should break that level, just know, we can come back to around 109.30 and have possible trouble or resistance in that area. 109.71, again at 109.91. If we should break that 110.65, breaking that level, 111.03. And if we should break that 200 EMA as of now, 111.19. So those are areas that we could possibly have trouble with AMD. Let's say that right now. To the downside, under this 108.08, under 107.28, 106.94, we have an ATR trailing stop that's forming around the 106.65. I would definitely watch this area, because breaking that means under the 106.51. We can come back. We could just continue declining for AMD. So it wouldn't surprise me, to see us try to come up and get rejected and come back down. So I say so often, y'all, trade carefully. And once it goes against your why, get out, live to trade another day. So let's look at, did we look at this SPY today? We did. We did. So now let's see. Let's look at, I think Google had a gap, and it looks like we have, I'm going to go to the daily chart with Google, because it was something I put it on my list. There we are. We're really close to filling a gap. So if you're trading Google today, there is a gap to the downside. 182.56 down to the 177.99 is a gap that needs to be filled. It looks like we've come, we're under the 5 EMA. We can continue down and find support here at this 175.70. So if you're trading Google today, for it normally moves $4.91 per day. We can continue down, to fill this gap. So I say trade carefully. Let's go look at it on the 30-minute chart just to see, kind of like what we see. As of now, it's trading in a gathering spot here. We see prices just trading in this zone here, was trading in this zone here. Let's say that. So we could very well, under this 179.95 area, we can continue declining towards that gap fill area. Right now, the support is at 180.44, and if back to the upside, if we break that level, 181.28, and if we break that 181 even, and then the 181.28, breaking that level 181.66, and if we should break that, we could possibly have trouble around 182.19, and if we should break that, 182.56. Now breaking the 182.56 for alphabet C, 183.04 could be a trouble place, and if we should break that, 183.70. Those are going to be your areas to the upside and possible support areas to the downside. What's interesting is we're kind of close to that gap fill territory, so I would say trade carefully, y'all. So these are some of the things that I see when I look at the market. There's so many different ways to trade the market. I say that so often, and I always say, come up with your strategy or plan that works best for you. And once it goes against your why, get out, set your stop losses, have the discipline to execute your plan, get out, live to trade another day. I hope that everyone have a very profitable and a very, very productive day. If you could please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, because we learn and we grow together, y'all. So until next time, be blessed as well as a blessing unto others.